Yay! It's launch day. I'm so excited. Hop on. Let me know that you're here. I've got a lot of good stuff for you today. We are live on Joybelle Nails on Instagram, and we are live on KLM Beauty on Facebook. So it's a dual live. Super excited today because we have a new product. Can't wait. Hop on. Let me know how you're doing. I see some people hopping on with Joybelle. Not quite Facebook yet, so hopefully everything's okay with Facebook. If you're on Facebook and you're watching, can you just drop me a comment? Because I am doing this solo today, guys. I don't have my tech support here with me. So normally Luke is here kind of running the back end of things, and he's not here today. He's in Texas. And so my lighting is not super great. I apologize, although it is like nighttime out right now. It's so dark here. And so I don't have him here to like yell at in the other room. So you'll have to like bear with me. We are live on Joybelle on Instagram and live on Facebook on KLN Beauty. We are live on Joybelle because as of an hour ago, we launched our very first LTO. What does that mean? In product lingo, limited time offer. So we have our very first color set of nails for Joybelle. These are called Power Pink in the shape of Anna, which is the short squared. We went ahead and did the Annas because that's been our most popular shape so far. But here's the plan for Joybelle. Every month, you're gonna be seeing new shapes and colors, limited time offers, all right? So it won't always be the Annas. Next month, it might be the Lilas. We'll see. But here they are. How gorgeous are these? These are called Power Pink in the Annas. Come in the box. They are like a fuchsia cat eye. Are these not gorgeous? Let me tell you, they are so forgiving with applying too. So simple. And today we're going to be doing the hybrid method of application because I've gotten a lot of questions about this. The Annas work really well with the hybrid method. And if you don't know what that is, hang tight. You're going to see in just a second. So simple. They don't budge. I always apply my nails for the long haul. So if you're on here and you're like, yes, I am ready to start a press-on nail journey and I want them to last as long as possible, you're in the right spot. We are using both glue dots and brush on glue today. These last so long. They do not damage your nails. They're easy to remove. You're just going to love them. So on Instagram, all you have to do is comment links. And then on Facebook, any comment, you'll get a message from me asking if you'd like the links for today. The links are going to include the nails, just the shop to my site. You can create your own bundles and also the cute outfit. Okay. I had something else. Oh, this. I want to give away a box of like goodies. So you know that sometimes I give away gift cards and sometimes I give away boxes of goodies. And actually the box of goodies happen to be much more popular. So I'm going to send one of you a box full of just all kinds of fun things. And of course it will include nails. Okay. And the only thing you have to do is interact with this live. So comment, let me know that you're here. Tell me what you're loving. And I have an automatic generator that will choose a winner and I'll send you the box of goodness. The box of goodness, is always worth several $100s. How can we get the new nails? I know some of you have struggled finding the nails. I've talked to the website guys. Getting website guys and salespeople on the same page sometimes takes a minute. So they're under the Annas. So when you go to the website, it's under the Annas. Okay. All right. Let's talk about application. I just did this in like 10 minutes before we went live, so you didn't have to sit through me doing both hands. But when we're talking about press-on nail application and you're wanting them to last a while, and when I say a while, I'm telling you these nails will last you 2 weeks. And when you apply them with the methods that I share with you, you should allow for that. Trying to remove them after like 7 days, if you've used my method, is going to be really difficult. You wouldn't do that if you went to the salon and got acrylics, right? You wouldn't try to remove them after 7 days. It's the same type of thing. Okay. So First things first, you have to prep your nail. I know some of you want to sit on an airplane or in an airport or in the car, and that's fine. I know you're trying to do it quickly, but if you're wanting them to last for any length of time, you have to prep. Okay, you have to prep. So this whole process, both hands should take you about 15 to 20 minutes. Okay, so much faster than going to the salon. So much faster. Unbelievably cheaper, because when you shop through my website, not only do you get a discount, you also get free shipping. And when you purchase 3 sets, you get a free gift. When's the last time your nail salon did that? Right? Okay. All right. So the first thing you're going to do is in your nail set, it comes with a cuticle pusher. It looks like this. All right. And you're going to go through your nails and you're just going to push that cuticle back. You will think maybe your cuticle isn't that long, and then you will realize it is. If the nail has to stick to your cuticle and not your actual nail, it will not stay on. So if you're not pushing your cuticles back, the nail is not going to stay on. Okay. They do that at the nail salon too for the very same reason. All right. So you're just going in and pushing them back. Now, how many of you have flat nail beds? Maybe you don't know if you have flat nail beds. I will tell you, I think the most difficult nails for any type of, like if it's acrylic, press-on, gel, any of them are flat nail beds. Okay, so because glue doesn't really want to, because there's a gap between the nail and the actual bed. And so flat nail beds, it can be really difficult, but I have the answer for you. Okay, I have the answer for you if you feel like you have flatter nail beds. This hybrid method, I do not have flat nail beds. Flat nail beds do not have very much of a curvature here. And you'll see that press-on nails are curved, right? So if you have a flat nail bed and you put a curved nail on it, there's a gap between the nail bed and the nail. I have the solution for you, but this also works for all nail types. Okay, I actually just started trying this method out not too long ago. I did do a live a few weeks ago on it. And since then, I have had a lot of people asking me how to do this method. And it really does work. It's now the only method that my mother uses, who is on her way here actually right now. So she's going to get her brand new Joybelle Anna's in the Power Pink. Okay, so we pushed that cuticle back. Now, if you have a cuticle cutter, like they come in little manicure sets. You can get them on Amazon for like $6. They look like this. Now's the time you just kind of go through and it just kind of takes off any like excess cuticle. And that way you're sure to not glue the nail to the cuticle. Now, I have been doing press-on nails for 3 years. I did acrylic nails for a decade. I did acrylic nails for over 10 years. I've always loved nails since I was a little girl. I would like cut out little nails on construction paper and tape them to my fingers. Like that's how much I love nails. But press-on nails have really changed in the last few years. They've really upped the game. So these press-on nails are a soft gel, which means they're flexible. It means that when they bend, they're not going to snap, okay? They're going to like move like a regular nail would, okay? The colors are so much prettier than they used to be. And the glue, I'll tell you, when I was creating these nails, I guess I should say that I'm actually the founder of Joybelle Nails, and we started this business on January 15th of this year. So we're very, very new. And that's why it's exciting that we've got the first colors coming out. Okay, now you're gonna take the file that comes in your nail box and you're just going to lightly buff the top of your nails. Now I should show you, as I was saying, I've been doing press-on nails for the last 3 years. Look at my nails. Totally healthy, not thinned out, not sore. They're shiny, so healthy. So when you do this correctly, your nails stay really nice and healthy. And I will also say that I have not experienced where I need to let mine breathe. Okay, I know a lot of people say that. Here's the deal. Your nails are dead. just like your hair. Like there's not living cells in your nails. So the whole idea of nails having to breathe, they don't really need to breathe. You just want to, when you remove the nails, prep them properly. Obviously you're gonna clean them, right? But I go right into my next set. I've never had a problem and I've been doing it for 3 years, okay? All right. So we're just lightly buffing the top. This is really, really important to get the glue to stick to the nail, okay? If you're not prepping, your nails are not lasting. They're just not, all right? It's so important. So go in. And when my daughter and I first started doing our nails, we did not prep and they did not last. We really started to figure out a method and learn. And I always do my lives with my nails at my kitchen table because we always say that Joybelle Nails was born at my kitchen table, because my daughter Lila and I would sit here every couple of weeks and do our nails together. And it really became like a bonding time. It's something that we started doing together, and it was something that we could, I always say this, that when females do something together that makes them feel beautiful and makes them feel confident, it's even more bonding. There's just something about that because of the way we were created. There's a connection there. And so being able to do that with Lila for years, I just loved it. All right, so we have pushed the cuticles back with the cuticle pusher that comes in the box, okay? We have lightly buffed with our file, and I have clipped my nails down. I keep mine nice and short because I know I'm always gonna put nails on, and I just think it looks so much nicer. So I keep mine nice and short. All right, now here's a trick that I like to use. If you have oily nails, and if you don't know, which I don't know how you know, but maybe you know, I recommend everybody do this. Take a cotton ball in acetone nail polish remover and just lightly rub that over the top of the nail. What this is gonna do is dehydrate your nail. It's going to remove all the oils, any lotions, anything that's on your hand. It's just gonna take that off of the nail, and that way the nail will stick. If there's oils and stuff on the nail, because the glue breaks down from oils, it won't stay. Now, you also are going to get an alcohol pad in your box. This is to clean your nail. So I like to do that last. It takes any bacteria that might be on the nail. All right, here we go. Okay. All right, now here's what we're gonna do, the hybrid method. Are you ready? So there are different glue options. In your box, you will get this glue right here. Do you see that? I personally don't use that, but it's in there if you want it, because some people do. That is to me, it's a great little travel glue. Throw it in your purse in case you might need it. I personally love the brush-on glue, and this was a labor of love. We tried many. I kept going back and forth. I'm like, no, the glue has to be perfect and it has to hold the nails on. I personally like to use the brush-on glue because it's even, it doesn't allow for air bubbles, and it's just easier to apply, in my opinion. So when you apply the nails just the traditional way, you brush the glue on the nail, and then you brush the glue on the back of the press-on nail, and you put it on. But we're doing the hybrid method today. For those of you that may struggle with your press-ons not staying on, or if you have flatter nail beds, this is the answer for you, okay? Now remember, if you are on Instagram, you comment links, and if you are on Facebook, any comment, you will get a message from me, and it will give you the links for the nails, the outfit, and to the website where you can just create your own bundle. When you buy 3 sets of nails, you get a free gift and always free shipping, no matter what you purchase, okay? And these are the new nails that just launched this morning. These are the Annas in Power Pink. So if you're looking for them, they're gonna be under the Anna square on the website. I'm trying to get them to like make it a little easier, like visually, so you can see it. But these are our brand new cat eye, like fuchsia. Are they not so fun? Just love them. And we put them in the Anna shape because that's our most popular shape right now. But stay tuned, because each month we will be launching new shades, designs, and they'll be in the different shapes, okay? All right. So the other thing that you're going to get it comes in the nail box is the glue tabs. Now I have to tell you this. I almost did not put these in the box because I'm not a fan of glue tabs. I've tried them in the past. They did not work for me. I did not like them. These are different. These are different for sure. Other glue tabs that I've used, my fingernails still wiggled a little bit. I did not like that. Okay. These stay on really well. And I have to tell you this, I talked to some of my European friends. So if you didn't know, Joybelle nails are available in 19 countries. So the US, Canada, Mexico, Australia, New Zealand, and then so many European countries. And it was the European girls that taught me about the glue dots and how fabulous they are. So I started wearing them. And then one of my friends was like, yeah, if you put a little bit of glue on the back of the artificial nail, you will get at least 2 weeks wear out of it. And then she showed me another little trick that I'm going to show you in a minute. But I found that this really worked well for girls with very flat bed nails. And it seemed to me that the ladies with flat bed nails were the ones struggling the most, okay? All right, so you measure the glue tab and then you just press it on. So I've got a glue tab on my thumb right now, and you get lots of glue tabs in here. I'm trying to see which ones I used from the other. Let's see, I think it's that one, maybe. Oh, maybe it's 6. Yeah, okay. And you peel it off like that, and then you just stick it on. Now there's a film on top, so they're not sticky right now, okay? So that's why I'm able to do my hand and it's not sticking and things. You just kind of press it on there, let it sit for a second, okay? All right, let's see. It's kind of like a craft. Which honestly, I'm not really a crafty person. My kids never had crafts as kids. We didn't even have crayons in our house. But I have to say, like, I really do, like, I enjoy doing this. This is something I like doing. I love that I don't have to leave and make an appointment, especially if I'm like headed out of town. I mean, that used to be such a pain trying to figure out like, when am I going to get this done? I love that I just sit at my kitchen table and I do this and I get an even more gorgeous manicure than I would get at the salon. And I really, truly believe that. Okay. So when I designed Joybelle, or when the opportunity was presented to me, I had tried every press-on nail there was out there. I'm telling you, Lila and I tried them all. Okay. We tried them all. And when I designed this brand, I already knew what I wanted. And in trying all the different brands, there was like pieces from each brand that I really liked, but there wasn't one brand that I was like, yes, I love the glue, I love the shapes, like it just didn't work. And so I took all the things in my head that I knew I loved from each brand and I made one brand. And so we started with these 4 shapes and colors. So we have the Cindy's, which are the short round, the Anna's, which are the short squared, the Lila's, which are the medium almond, and the Kara's, which are the medium coffin shape. And then each one has a neutral shade. So there are 4 shades that you can get in every shape. I just wanted to start out with the neutrals, right? Because I feel like I always went back to neutrals. Like I would try a color and then I go back to the slide. I'm like, yeah, I want neutrals again. And so I wanted you to always be able to get the neutral colors. But then in my mind, the idea would be that every month you could get excited about a new solid color and a new design color. And so in the coming months, you're going to see that even more. I've already chosen like all throughout for the rest of the year what our designs and colors are going to be. And they're so beautiful. And I can't wait for you to try them. So remember, on Instagram, comment links, Facebook, any comment, you'll get a message and you'll get the link. When you click on the nail link, they're going to be under the Anna square. And you'll see the Power Pink under the Annas because we're only offering them in the Annas. They are limited edition. So if you want them, once they're gone, they're gone. We don't bring them back. That's part of the whole strategy is that like once it's gone, it's gone. So if you love it, get a couple pairs. Okay. All right. So we're going to now take the little plastic piece off. This is the most, in my opinion, the trickiest part of, especially if you can't see very well like me. Okay, so you just take that little, do you see that little plastic part off? Then we're gonna take our brush on glue. Now this is separate from the nails. The rest of it comes in it. This is the only thing that's separate because this will last you for many applications, okay? So you take your glue and you're just going to brush like the bottom of the nail. See that? Okay. I get a little tacky. Now with the Annas, the thinner end is the end you put on your cuticle. The square part is at the top. And then you're gonna go in at a 45-degree angle and press it on. And this is where we hold gently. Like you don't have to press, you don't have to press really hard on the nail, just press firmly, okay? That was something that I did not do for a long time. Even until recently, I didn't realize I was pressing way too hard. You don't have to press hard. That glue wants to adhere, okay? So you just press firmly for like 45 seconds. Now, someone said, can you reuse the nails? I personally do not, because after 2 weeks, I'm kind of like, bleh. Like, I don't want to reuse them. Now, with the glue dots, I mean, they will last you, but you can remove them pretty easily with the glue dots, especially if you don't prep or do anything like that. And then yes, you could reuse them, okay? But personally, I don't reuse them after I've worn them for 2 weeks. It kind of grosses me out a little bit, but technically you could, okay? So this is the hybrid method that we're using right now. We're using the glue dots and the brush on glue. That. And when you size your nails, so that's super important. I already chose my sizing. When you size your nails, you want to make sure that there's no overlap. Like the nail should not be touching the sides of your skin. It should fit snug without feeling uncomfortable on the nail, okay? I always say, like, try, sometimes you can use like a, what is this? Tweezers. My glue isn't wanting, there we go. I always say try it and then try the smaller size and then see if the smaller size fits better. Because I think the biggest mistake I see in the pictures that I'm sent is too big of a nail, okay? And too big will always come off prematurely. Always, always, always. So you just want to make sure that your nails are not too big or not overlapping and touching the sides of your skin. Like I said, that is the number one mistake I see. Got that on there. We're just going to press it firmly. Okay. All right, removal. I saw a few questions about removal. So the way that you remove the nails, like I said, you don't want to remove them prematurely, okay? So if they're still hanging tight at like 9-10 days, keep wearing them. Keep wearing them. You're getting your money's worth out of them. And in about 14 days, or if you start notice some are starting to come loose, you're going to get a warm bowl of water, as warm as you can stand it. I put a little dish soap in there. Okay, and some olive oil, because remember I told you oil will break down the glue. Before you put your hand in the bowl, take your cuticle pusher, okay, and just kind of break the seal around the edge of the nail down here by the cuticle. Don't try to shove the whole nail off. You're just breaking the seal, okay? It shouldn't hurt. Then soak your nails in the warm water with some dish soap and olive oil for like 15 minutes. And then go back in with that cuticle pusher and just kind of loosen them up again and they should come off. How many nails in a box? I think there between 30 and 32 nails in every box. So you should not have a problem finding one that fits, okay? It's so pretty. Oh, I love it so much. All right. But yeah, if you're new to Joybelle Nails, so they're named after women in my family. And the Karas are obviously me, I'm Kara. And I named the medium length coffin ones after myself because that's what I always got when I went to the salon. It's my favorite shape. And then the almond ones are after my daughter Lila, because that's kind of her signature shape. And then I did the shorter round ones. Those are the Cindy's. That's after my mom. She really likes that shape. And then honestly, the Anna's, which I told you are, sorry, this is taking a little bit of concentration getting, there we go. The Annas are our most popular shape, which is the short squared. And those are named after my grandmother, who she passed away a few years ago. But my grandmother always kept her nails really short and squared. And so I thought, well, and here's the thing. I was not going to include the Annas at first. I didn't know that they would be so popular. And I'm so glad that I did. So yeah, those of you that love the Annas, those are after my grandmother. Like I said, you're just gonna press firmly. You're not pressing super hard so that it hurts or that the glue's squishing out, okay? Now remember, I'm giving away a big box of goodness. I like to give away lots of different things on my lives, but the most popular by far is when I send you a box of goodies, just of like fun stuff that I have, or brands that I love. So in order to be entered to win the box of goodness, you just have to interact with this live. So comment, let me know which nails are your favorite. The more you comment, the more you get entered to win the box of goodness. So I will take names from both Joybelle Instagram's account and KLM Beauty on Facebook, because we're live on both platforms right now. So yeah, so limited edition colors, they will sell out. I will be very transparent with this first color. We ordered more because we are going to let this go into June more than if they're still available. I'm hoping that this will go into June. But typically our limited edition nails every month will be designed to sell out. Okay. And someone said, when can we order the nails? Right now, they're available. Just comment links on Instagram or any comment on Facebook, and you can go in and use my link to get the nails. Are these not so fun? And here's one of the best parts of Joybelle nails that is very different, I think, from when you do an acrylic or when you use other press-on nails. The gloss stays. The shine stays the entire time. Has anyone else found that to be true? It's amazing. Like you'll get to day 14 when it's time to take them off, and they will still be as glossy and shiny as they were the day you put them on. It is amazing. Like you never feel like, oh, I have an old set of nails on, ever. Like they look so good, except that eventually, you know, your nails will grow out a little bit and it'll be time to switch them out. So what we're doing today is we are using the glue dots, and then we are putting the brush on glue on the back of the press-on nail, and then we're just holding it for 45 seconds firmly. You're not squeezing the snot out of your fingers. You're just holding it firmly. This is just a method of application. You should give it a try. This is my mom's favorite method. This is how she does it. Lila loves the glue on glue. So Lila brushes the nail on her, brushes the glue on her nail and the press-on nail and uses that. I use that more times than not, but this method does work. And it really works well if you have flat bedded nails. So that means you don't have much of a curvature in your nail. Does that make sense? And I will say, I feel like the Annas have a pretty good curve to them. So that's why this hybrid method works really well with the Annas, because that dot glue, if you have a flat nail and you put a curved nail, does that work? On top, right? You have space, and that's why it comes off if you have flat bedded nails. If you use the glue dots, it kind of fills that space and it keeps them on, okay? It works so well. I was not a believer in the glue dots until I tried this method, and it's really kind of amazing. And I will say the glue dots do come off. I mean, like they're really easy to remove, I feel like. Okay, so our last one. The plastic thing is the most tedious part, getting the plastic off the nail. I like to, you can use tweezers. There we go. Okay, so we're on our last nail. we're using the brush on glue. The brush on glue is the only thing that doesn't come with the nails. It does come with the tube glue and the glue dots. And that's just because the brush on glue like lasts for several applications. So we'll just hold it. Now I still have, someone said the glue dots are harder to remove. I think the glue dots are easier to remove. You just kind of roll the glue off your nail and then file it off. But that's why I show you lots of different methods, because some people prefer the glue, some people prefer the glue dots, some people prefer the hybrid. And I will say that about press-on nails. If you do one set of press-on nails and it doesn't go exactly the way you thought it, you're normal. It takes a minute to figure it out, just like any other, you know, when you're doing your eyeshadow or when you're doing a new hairstyle or when you're trying a new contour method or whatever it is. Sometimes it takes a minute to like figure out what works for you. And I know for Lila and I, because we had nobody teaching us, we were just kind of like out there rogue on our own. It took us quite a while before we figured out what works for us. So the good news is you get to hear like what works for us that, you know, we didn't have. We were just like, I mean, we were just slapping nails on our fingers, like hoping it was going to work. All right. Are these not gorgeous? So these are the Annas. So when you go to the website, the new limited edition Power Pink are under the Annas, okay? These are limited edition. Once they are gone, they are gone. That is the whole idea, is to just create excitement every month for what we're gonna have on the website, okay? Someone's saying, where do you order these? Well, you're on Facebook, so you just commented, you should have gotten a message in your inbox from me. So when you comment on Facebook, anything, you'll get a message from me with the links. On Instagram, you just comment links and you'll get a message from me, okay? All right, ready for the last tip? Ready? Okay. So my friend was like, have you tried this? This really seals them in there. So we have a hair dryer, all right? And we're just gonna run the hair dryer over the nail. And she's like, yeah, it really, like it cures them. And that's it. Guys, that's it. So simple. I'm telling you, this is gonna save you so much money if you decide to not do acrylics anymore. So much money. I mean, I think I told you this before, like the day that I was just sent over the edge was, I asked for like a cute fall design and I ended up with the most heinous, hideous, fluorescent jack-o'-lantern on my nails. And my fault, because I didn't tell her to stop because I felt bad, right? How many of you have been in that situation? And I get out and Lila goes, we're done doing our nails, aren't we? I'm like, we're done. I'm done. I can't do this anymore. I can't spend this much money. I can't sometimes get what I want. And I can't think that this is girl time when you're sitting across the salon from me and we don't even talk. And so we started doing our nails at my kitchen table. I always got what I wanted. They always looked beautiful. And I actually got time sitting there with Lila. So it was like a win-win on every angle. So when I was approached with the idea of starting my own nail brand, because I tried for years to get nail brands to work with me and they wouldn't, big mistake. I was like, okay, yeah. And I didn't even realize I had been building the brand in my head for years. So I am so excited. This is a different type of nail brand. First of all, the nails themselves are superior. I worked hard at perfecting the glue. We're going to be coming out regularly with new solids, new designs every month, so that every month you can be like, oh, what's Joybelle got on the website this time? Okay. They are $20 or under, depending on how many items you add to your cart. If you add 4 items to your cart, it'll be even less than that. But through my link, you get a discount. And when you purchase 3, you get a free gift. So you can only get them through my link. And I purposefully did it this way. I wanted to sell them on the platform that I use, which is called Curated, because Curated offers free shipping. Curated offers when you buy 3 items, you get a free gift. Curated is where Joybelle is sold, the website. And they're sold in 19 different countries. So if you're not in the United States, that all applies to you too. You get free shipping, you get the free gifts. It's amazing. So I love that because I know in other countries, that whole free shipping thing is very, very rare. Well, let's be honest, it's very, very rare in the United States. So, especially with no minimum, like there's no minimum. It's crazy. It's so good. So I am so excited for you. I think these make such a good little Mother's Day gift, maybe like for your daughter-in-law or your daughters, or for you to sit down and do with your granddaughters or your daughters. My favorite thing in the whole world is to get pictures of moms and daughters' hands together. Every single time I see it, I get emotional, honestly, because I know, and as close as I am to my daughter, there are those years there where it's hard to find connection points. And this was a huge connection point for us, like huge. It's a small thing that was a really big thing in our life. And that's what I say about nails. Like it's a very small thing, but it gives you a really big confidence boost or mood boost. I talk with my hands. And so when my hands look pretty, I am more confident and more expressive. So give it a try. I'm so grateful for you all. Thank you for supporting me in this business adventure. I never, ever in a million years thought at 45 years old, I would start a business. I was honestly like trying to step back and do less. And this opportunity was just too great for me not to be like, yes, this is the right thing to do. We're supposed to do this. So thank you for supporting us. And it just means a lot to me. And I hope that on every box, you'll see it said beauty that feels like joy. I hope that, that you feel a little bit of joy when you get your Joybelle box. Also, can we talk about this box? How gorgeous is that? Like totally goes with the nail. I'm so excited because when you, like every month when we come up with new nails, the boxes are all different and they're so cute. They're so cute. So really, can you tell like I'm getting excited about the little things that are a big deal, right? All right. I'm going to get going. I hope this was really helpful. I hope that the hybrid method works for some of you. Like I said, you may have to try the different methods to see which one works the best. But I know for a lot of people, the hybrid works really, really well. So give it a try if you've struggled at all. And of course, send me any questions if you have any, or go follow Joybelle Nails on Instagram or Joybelle Nails on Facebook. They're so great at posting tips and tricks and ideas and answering your questions. Please go follow them. The girls that run that page with myself are amazing. They're so good. So, okay. I'm going to get going. Go get your nails. Comment links on Instagram. Any comment on Facebook, you'll get a message from me. Go under the Anna square and you will see the limited edition Power Pinks. Bye, guys.